watercolor tutorial. Today we'll be painting watercolor leaves. If you're watching live, feel free to say hi in the chat. It looks like we have Laura is here. It's Pertri Nursara is here. Sorry, I can't say your username. So yeah, let me know your name. And okay, so you can find the outline of this leaf painting in the description of this video. And you can also find a list of all of the supplies I'm using. And yeah, hi Joyce, Sarah, Shelly, Sydney, hi, good morning. So I transferred my outline using a light pad. I used this light pad here and I linked it in the description of this video. And I also used my this watercolor pencil from Faber-Castell, the leaf green color, to trace my leaf. Hi Kizzy, good morning everyone. Okay. And the paper I'm using is cold press watercolor paper from Arches, and it's a size 5x7. And let's see, I am going to be using my silver black velvet brushes here. I have a size 8, size 4, and a size 2, and these are round brushes. Good morning, Sarah. And the colors I'm using are Payne's Gray from Daniel Smith. And then I have two types of greens here, Green Apatite Genuine and Serpentine Green. And these both are also from Daniel Smith. And so this is kind of the colors I'm thinking about using. This is the Green Apatite one with more water and less water. And then this is Serpentine Green. And then I'm thinking for the background of like painting it a very dark color. So I was thinking Payne's Gray, almost kind of like black. And I think this will really help make the leaves pop. Fallon says, I can finally paint along with you. I didn't have to go to work today because of that amazing Michigan weather. That's awesome. What a great Friday. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to paint the background. Now, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I want to paint the background Payne's Gray. And I want to do this first. I feel like this would be easier to paint in the background first and then the leaves. Hi, Grain. All right. Okay, so I'm going to take my size 8 round brush here and dip it in my water jar. And I'm just going to paint straight from this pan here, and I might even add a little bit of like more paint in here because I feel like it'll be easier if I work with paint that is fresh out of the tube for the background. Okay. So yeah, I'm taking my size 8 round brush, dipping it in my water jar, and now I'm kind of like wetting this pan. And you want to use a large brush for the background. Okay, so I'm just gonna start like up here, and I might do 2 layers, we'll see. If you're painting with me, are you going to be painting in the background too? Or are you just going to paint in the leaves? Okay. And I will probably end up doing 2 layers because I do want the background to be very dark, and I feel like this first layer I won't be able to get it as dark as I want. So how is everyone this Friday? How's everyone doing? Okay. Yeah, and I feel like if I just do one layer on the background, it'll be hard to make the background even looking. So yeah, I will be doing 2 layers. Okay, I'm gonna start painting around the leaves now. Okay. This part might actually be the most tedious part of the painting. It's just like painting around the leaves. Okay. If you don't know, I have some free watercolor resources for you in the description. I have a free watercolor class, and I have 2 free watercolor challenges that come with live tutorials just like this, where we paint together. And I have a butterfly challenge and a bird challenge. Okay. Yeah, this tutorial should be pretty easy. It's great for beginners or any kind of level. And it's just kind of like a relaxing tutorial. I want these leaves to be realistic looking, but I'm not going to like use a reference photo. I'm just going to kind of paint how I like to paint leaves. Okay. I might have to move to a smaller brush for painting around these leaves, so I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to move to my size 4 round brush. Hi Naomi. She says, good morning Allison and everyone. Haven't seen you since the bird challenge. So this is nice. Great. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the ugly stage. It's just kind of like, oh my gosh, I hope this turns out. Okay, kind of added a lot of paint right here. It's fine. Hi Shelly. Shelly says, as soon as I saw you are painting, as soon as I saw you are painting in the background, I broke out into a sweat. I'm going to muster up the courage to give background painting a try. I'm cheering you on, Shelly. You can do it. It's okay to start your background light, like a light layer, and then you can do another layer when that dries to make your background look more even, because as you can see, my background is not very even looking. Okay. I don't do backgrounds very often where I paint in the whole background, and when I do, it can be challenging, but usually in the past I would paint in my subject first and then the whole background, and I feel like that is more difficult to do. I feel like it's easier to first paint in the whole background, at least the first layer, and then paint in like your subject. Okay. At least we're getting the most tedious part out of the way, which is basically the first layer on the background. I feel like the second layer won't be as tedious. As long as we like paint in basically everywhere in the background, if we want to make sure we paint in like everywhere and not leave any white areas. Okay. Those of you who are painting these leaves, are you painting in a background too, like a dark background like this, or are you just going to paint the leaves? Okay, as I'm painting this in, I'm kind of like thinking about how I'm going to go about painting the leaves. And I'm thinking that maybe I will go ahead and paint in the first layer on the leaves after this first background layer. And then I will do the second layer on the background and then the second layer on the leaves. I feel like maybe that would be good, maybe easier. Because it might be nice to have the leaves kind of just filled in as I do the second layer in the background. Fallon says, I'm attempting to do the background. It's going okay. That's good. Yeah, at first it can be like, oh no, I kind of regret doing this. And then once the painting really starts to come together, then it's like, okay, I'm glad I did the background. At least that's how I usually feel. At first, I'm just usually like, oh no, what did I do? Sarah says, I'm just painting the leaves. Yeah, I'm really excited for these leaves. I really enjoy painting leaves. It's kind of like relaxing. And yeah, I just thought this would be a nice tutorial for today. A nice relaxing Friday tutorial. Okay. Shelly says, I'm not as brave as you, so I think I'll try cerulean. Ooh, that'll be nice. If you're doing like a black background like me, or I guess I'm using Payne's Gray, but I'm using Payne's Gray because if I just use black, I don't know. I feel like I like Payne's Gray better. So I would suggest if you only have black and you don't have Payne's Gray, to maybe mix a little bit of green or blue into your black so that it's not just straight black. So do you guys have any plans this weekend? I might see my sister and her boyfriend maybe. And yeah, I don't know. There's not too much going on. I've been really needing to like clean out our closets and like organize our closets better because they're just a total mess right now. So I might work on that this weekend too. Like I feel like all of our closets are just like a total mess, like every single one. I need to like find some YouTube videos on how to organize closets, and yeah, and I probably should just get rid of stuff too. I'll probably start purging some things, donate stuff. Do any of you guys enjoy getting rid of stuff? I love it. I love to like get rid of stuff. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. I don't really like a lot of stuff everywhere. Hi Annette. Annette says, new to your channel, first time watching, just curious why you chose black for the background. Yeah, cause I feel like the black would really make the leaves pop because it's like really dark. And I'm using Payne's Gray, so it's not like strictly black. There's like a blue tint to it. So I feel like this will really like just make the leaves pop, and I'm kind of going for something moody, I guess you can say. But yeah, of course you can use whatever kind of color you want for your background, or you don't even have to paint in a background if you don't want to. Okay, we're almost there. This is like the most tedious part of the whole painting. Just like painting around all of these leaves. Okay, I might have to move to my larger brush now. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so yeah, I'm moving to my size 8 round brush. Grain says, nope, London is in lockdown still and things aren't looking great. Aw, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're not in lockdown here, but we are encouraged to social distance and to wear a mask in public. Okay. Annette says, that makes sense. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. I have like a Leo hair. Leo's my cat. Okay. Does that happen to you guys a lot? Your pet's hair is like in your paints? Okay. Now I'm just kind of trying to make sure I have all of the white areas on my paper just like painted in. So I'm just kind of going over some areas. I will do another layer of this Payne's Gray to really make the background darker and look more even. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just kind of making sure. Looks like I have a lot of white over here that I need to cover up. And I will add a little bit more over here. Sarah says we are in lockdown here in the UK. Okay. That must be hard to be in lockdown for so long. Are you guys doing okay over there in the UK or wherever you guys or like anyone else who has lockdown right now? How are you guys doing? Okay. Yeah, I'm not too worried right now with the background and gas. I'm just really trying to fill it in everywhere. I'm gonna add some more over here. Over here. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if you've seen this. I can't remember if I showed you, but this is kind of the color palette I'm going for. So yeah, this as the background. and then these beautiful greens. I just feel like it'll look really cool. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush. Hi, Izzy. Glad you're here. Okay, now let's go ahead and paint in the first layer on the leaves. And I want the first layer to be very light. I don't know if I'll use this. Actually, I might use a serpentine green here for the first layer, and then the second layer I might use this green apatite genuine. This green, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Like, you probably can't tell in person, but it is just wow, gorgeous. Okay, so let's see, I'm gonna take my palette here, and I think this was serpentine green, maybe, I don't really remember. Grain says, it's hard because it seems never ending. It's been a very, very long time since I've seen my family. Aw, I'm so, so sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Izzy, I love those greens. Green Apatite Genuine from Daniel Smith and Serpentine Green from Daniel Smith. Those greens are just breathtaking. I did link all of the paints I'm using too in the description for you guys if you wanted to check them out. But yeah, so I'm taking the serpentine green here and I'm just adding it to my well with some water. And I want this first layer to be light. And yeah, so I'm mixing like a lot of water in here. And I am using my size 4 round brush too, by the way. At least for these larger leaves, and then I might have to move to my smaller brush. So I'm gonna start like up here at this top leaf. Just fill it in. And in the outline, the leaves, I had some parts of the leaves like overlap or kind of flip. Here, I'll show you. So as you can see, there are like flips in the leaves. So I will probably paint those in with the second layer. So this first layer, I'm just painting in the whole entire leaf. And yeah, I might not be able to see the, like where the leaf flips, but I can always look at my outline, because yeah, I might not be able to see it once I paint the leaves. I still can a little bit. Okay, and yeah, I guess I'm not too like worried if I paint outside of the leaves and stems, because I'm going back over around them with another layer of Payne's Gray. We are definitely in the ugly stage of this painting. Oh my gosh, I hope no one is like just joining now and is like, oh my gosh, this painting looks awful, I'm leaving. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. Okay. All right. Okay, as I'm thinking more and more about this painting, I'm wondering if maybe I'll want to paint in the second layer of the leaves next instead of the second layer of the background, and do the last background layer last. Sometimes it's kind of hard to like figure out the correct or like the best way to go about a watercolor painting, like yeah. Yeah, so I'm just kind of thinking about that. Like what would be easiest? Green says, I love Payne's Gray. I definitely like the moody colors. I love Payne's Gray too. It is like probably my most used paint. I use it in like every painting now. Okay, so yeah, that first layer on the leaves is painted in. Now I'm cleaning my brush. And I feel like this is a perfect time to do the artist spotlight. Yay! So let's go ahead and do that as we wait for this background to dry. Okay, I'm gonna move my camera. Hey, so if you don't know, if you're new here, I do an artist spotlight during every live watercolor tutorial. And to have the chance to be spotlighted in a tutorial is you just use the hashtag AllisonLyonArtTutorial on Instagram when you post a finished painting that you have done for one of my tutorials. And so today it is, I'm trying to bring up their Instagram, GGTrex Paintings, and they did my tulip tutorial from last Friday. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, this is their Instagram, and I linked it in the description of this video for you guys if you wanted to support them. Yeah, and they also did the bird challenge, so yeah, so cool. Okay, all right, that was fun. I'm now going to turn my camera around. All right. Yeah, isn't their art beautiful, Annette? So beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I'm just trying to put my camera back to where it was. Okay. All right, so let's get past this ugly stage. I mean, come on, look at our painting. It does not look very nice right now, but we can do it. Now I'm going to add I think I'm going to add the second layer in the background. Get the background kind of nice and even and darker, and then do the leaves. So I'm going to take my size 8 round brush here, and again I am going to use Payne's Gray. This time I really want this background to be dark. I don't want to have to go back in with another layer. So I'm really going to use a lot of paint here, less water, okay? And I just put in some fresh paint in my pan. So it is still like pretty soft, which is good for backgrounds if you're painting like a large area or like a background. Using paint out of the tube for watercolor like is a lot easier than just using paint from a pan that has been dry. Okay, so I'm going to start in this corner up here. Yeah, and this time I'm just kind of making sure I fill in everywhere and that I am making it more even. Okay. And I'm also kind of painting vertically. This time I'm really trying to be careful about only painting in one direction. I feel like we need some like music or something. What do you guys like to listen to for music? What's your favorite band or artist, musician, or like favorite type of music? I like, I guess, more of like ambient music a lot. I like to listen to that when I paint, like ambient, peaceful music. Sarah says, I'll sing for you. Do you sing though, Sarah? Like, do you like to sing? Is that like one of your talents? I cannot sing. At least I don't think I can. I don't ever sing in front of people, at least. Hi Heidi. Heidi says, good morning. I love the leaves. Thank you. Yeah, so as I'm painting closer to these leaves now, okay, I'm using my smaller brush and I'm really trying to now paint in the leaves better. Go around them. I also want to make them look wiggly. I don't want them to look too cookie cutter. So yeah, I'm really trying to make them like refine the outer edge. Naomi says, do you ever use masking fluid? I'm wishing I had masked the leaves. It would make it way easier. I don't really use masking fluid. I have it. I just don't really use it. Maybe I should. Yeah, if masking fluid is easier for you, like if it would make it easier for you to paint these leaves, then yeah, go right ahead and use that. Yeah. In fact, yeah, that that would probably make this easier now that I think of it. But yeah, I really don't though. I think I've only used masking fluid like 3 times maybe. I don't know why I don't use it. Yeah, so just carefully painting around these leaves. Hi, Barbara. Thank you. She says, I love watching your videos. Thank you. Sarah says, no, I don't sing in front of people either. Okay. And yeah, I have my outline right by me, and I am looking at it too, because I can't really see the outline on my paper very well anymore, at least for some areas. Okay. Okay. It's hard to like, I'm trying to be careful not to lay my hand on like a wet area. Okay, this leaf I'm painting a little smaller than I planned, but it's fine. I'm just really trying to refine it. I think there's a chance I might go back into the background last again and just touch up some areas, but this will be like the final, like this layer on the background will be the final like layer, I guess. Izzy says, I really wish I could paint with you right now, but I just switched the laptop off and I am out of work and need some time to chill a little bit. Oh, that's okay. And then she says, it's really calming to watch you right now. Good. I'm glad you find this calming. It's calming to me, just like painting in these leaves and background. Yeah, this is a pretty laid back tutorial. It's nothing too crazy. I wanted to do like a more intense tutorial. Not intense, but a more like realistic or like an animal maybe. But I am having lunch with my sister-in-law today, so I didn't want to like have a super long tutorial. Okay. We're almost an hour in. I have a feeling this might be like an hour and a half tutorial, which is actually not super long for these live tutorials. Sometimes they can be like 2 hours or like 2.5 hours. Okay. Louie, hi Louie. She says, especially Allison's voice, so calming too. Thank you. Oh, and good morning or afternoon or evening to you too. Yeah, what time of day is it where you guys are? Right now it's morning where I am. In the UK, it's like afternoon, right? Like maybe about dinner time for you guys. Trying to think where else you guys are from. Belgium is afternoon. Izzy says it's 5 p.m. in Germany. Canada is like the same as me, I think. Like morning. Naomi says it's about, or it started at 8 a.m. here in Western Canada. Annette says it's morning for her in Alabama. Sydney says it's morning for me too. Louise says it's 6:48 p.m. here in Middle East. Oh yeah, you're from Saudi Arabia, right? Is that right? I just packaged up your sticker for Nature's Watercolor. Maria Louie, I think that's your name. Maria Louie. Let's see. Sarah says it's 3:50 p.m. in Ireland. Heidi says it's 10:49 here in Florida. Yeah, that's the time I have too. Okay, maybe this part is tedious too. I didn't think it'd be like this tedious, but it's not bad. It's relaxing. Shelly says it's in Saskatoon. We're an hour ahead, so it's just now 9:50. Lady says, whatever the time is, we are all here watching Allison's tutorial. Isn't that really cool how we can all like do the same thing, but we're like at different times and different countries, different areas in the world. It's really cool. I feel like once we paint this next layer on the leaves, it'll all just come together. Arbeit Izzy says yes, and it's so cool to meet you all here and chat a little bit. It is, isn't it? It makes you not feel so alone during this time, during this pandemic and people in lockdown. That's actually why I started these tutorials, these live tutorials. I don't know if you guys know. Who here has been here during these live tutorials since the start? I started them March last year because of COVID. And yeah, I just felt like it'll be good for us to connect with each other this way. And I can't believe I've been doing these lives for like 10 months now. It's insane. I remember that first live. I was so nervous. I've never done a live tutorial before. But it was so fun though, and I was like, I'm gonna be doing this every Friday, even though it makes me really nervous. Although I'm not as nervous as I used to be. It definitely becomes easier the more you do it. Sarah says, it's amazing how we can all connect from different parts of the world. Yes, it is. It's so cool. I was just thinking about that the other day. How, like, when I was in high school, gosh, that's been like 10, 12 years ago. How we had students, like, I forget the term, but we had students from like France, one from France, one from Belgium, one from Russia, and it was so cool to like meet them, and how that was like the first time I've ever like talked with someone from like another country. At least I think so. And how now I like talk to people from different countries like every day. It's just crazy because of social media. Yeah, when I was in high school, we didn't have social media. Oh, I mean, there was Facebook. Facebook was just like coming out, but I didn't have a Facebook. It's just crazy. I'm like rambling on right now. Naomi says, you have more patience than me, Allison. I gave up and masked the leaves after one layer on the background and the leaves. Now having my coffee and just watching while the masking fluid dries. That's so funny. Honestly, I probably should have done that. Masked the leaves. That probably would have been quicker, but it's fine. Okay. Louise says, indeed, thank you, Lord, for technology. Yeah, technology has definitely, like, I don't know what I would do if there was no, like, technology or social media, like, for my art business. It'd be very difficult to have an art business. You would have to, like, depend on galleries and shows. And then, yeah, teaching watercolor wouldn't be as easy either. I'd have to like do in-person classes or something. Yeah, this is taking longer than I thought. I'm gonna work more over here. If I was just painting the leaves, I'd be done by now. But it's fine because I don't mind that. I don't mind long tutorials. I like to hang out with you guys. Naomi says, it's so awesome that you do these. Such a great idea and community. Oh, thank you. You guys make it possible. It's all you. If no one joined me for these live tutorials, I honestly don't know if I would continue doing them because it's like you guys who attend them live, it's it just makes them a lot more fun, or else I would just be talking to myself. Sunny says, yeah, I think I found your channel end of February and beginning of March, and now I have 4 or 5 of your paintings. Yeah, I'm so grateful for you, Sydney. You've always been like so supportive. Grain says, it cheers me up and relaxes me on a Friday. Yeah, I feel like this is just the perfect way to spend the end of the week, like the work week. Yeah, it's perfect. Izzy says, the good sides of social media. Yep, there are some bad sides, definitely. And she says, yes, I remember also that I just got Facebook as a student like 12 or 13 years ago. Yeah, just thinking back on my teenage years, how I didn't have any social media. It's kind of like weird to think about, like no social media. And I got my first phone, like my first cell phone, when I was like 17. It's really weird. It's like, how did I talk to my friends? Oh yeah, we like actually called each other on the phone. At least I called my friends on the phone and we like talked. And like sometimes did like a 3 or 4-way call. I think we did 4-way calls. And AOL or like AIM, we did that too. I can't wait to paint the second layer on these leaves. I feel like that'll just really make this painting pop and like come together. Right now I'm like, man, I don't know, I just feel like, I guess we're still kind of in the ugly stage. Louis says, thanks Allison, can't wait for the sticker. You're welcome. Annette says, great start for the weekend. Exactly. I am so ready for the weekend. This week was a weird week for me. Like I had to deal with some business things that were kind of stressful. And I'm just ready to relax. Izzy says, yes, the long calls in the evening. Yeah. Do teenagers do that now? Are there any teenagers here? Do you call your friends at all? And like chat for like hours on the phone? I haven't done that in years. It's kind of sad. Like long chats on the phone with friends. Or like my sister. Okay. guess now that when you get older, you don't have as much time to have long calls. I feel like now my life is like, there's always something to do. Okay, so I basically painted everywhere around the leaves. I do want to touch up some areas, like right here. Okay, now I'm going to move, actually, hold that thought. I'm gonna add some more like right here because I feel like that looks pretty light. Okay. It's very bright right now. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but we have a ton of snow and the sun is out, and so it's like reflecting on the snow. And I have my lights on, like my video lights on. Okay. Now I'm moving to my larger brush, my size 8 round brush. I'm going to fill in the rest over here. Cindy says, I ordered the Woodlands pan set as well as the complexion pan set from Prima, and I can't wait to try them. I've seen so many people use them, and I'm excited. Yeah, oh my gosh. I haven't tried the complexions, but that pan set also looks really cool. And you're going to definitely love the Woodlands pan set. That one has such pretty colors. Sarah says, my kids are teenagers. They call their friends on Facebook and Snapchat. Okay. Kind of like a video call, or is it just audio? That's cool. Yeah, I used to have a Snapchat, and then I just kind of never got on it, and then I got a new phone, and I never installed it. Yeah, I don't really use Snapchat anymore. Sarah says, I love the Woodlands pan set. I'm trying to find a provider that will send to Ireland. Oh. Yeah. I guess it just depends where you live. Some places, like some countries, you might not be able to get those. Okay, we are almost done with the background. Although, yeah, I probably will go back in, maybe not during this tutorial, but like later on, and just add a little bit more in some areas, because there are some areas that are lighter. Okay, I think I will add a little bit more right here. Okay, I'm cleaning my brush. Oh wow, Sarah, postage is $18. That's a lot. Like if they ship it from the US, it just sucks that shipping is so expensive. At least from, like, I don't know if it's the same shipping from other countries, but shipping from the US, it can be like expensive. It just sucks. Shannon, hi Shannon. She says, hi, it's been forever since I have been able to watch any videos or paint. I took a little break to watch a little. Well, I'm glad you're here. Judith, hi Judith. She says, I thought a flat loaded with a lot of paint would be faster and more consistent for around all sides, and then switch to your pointed rounds for close up to the leaves. What do you think? Yeah, you know what? You were right about that. That would have probably been better, to be honest. I didn't even think of that. I do have a flat brush that I could have used. Yeah, like this. This probably would have been better for the large areas. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Maybe I will go back in the background later on and use this and just really help smooth things out. Okay, now we are going to do this final layer on the leaves. At least, yeah. Okay, so I am going to be using my size 2 round brush and my size 4 round brush. And my size 4 I'm going to blend with, and my size 2 I'm going to use to apply the paint. And I will go ahead and move my camera closer for you guys. Okay. And the green I'm using is called Green Appetite Genuine from Daniel Smith. And it's such a pretty green. It's these two here. So yeah. I am going to wet this green. I'm probably just going to use it right out of the pan here. Okay. So this top leaf I'll start with. I'm really trying not to get my arm on my wet painting. And it looks like there's like a little, like a fold in the leaf, like right here. So I'm going to paint just inside of that fold, like this. So I applied the paint, and now I'm going to go in with my blending brush, and it just has water. There's just water in this brush, and I'm going to kind of blend out this paint, make a gradient, and I want it to be darker on this side. Then I'm going to kind of blend around the leaf a little bit. On the outer edge. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing. To this leaf. And yeah, there's like a fold like right here. And then I'm switching to my blending brush. I just cleaned my blending brush. I don't want to have like too much paint in it or too much water. And I'm kind of going around this fold, kind of smoothing out some areas. And then I'm going to go around on the outer edge of the leaf a little bit. And then on this side, I'm going to go on the outer edge of this part of this leaf a little bit too. Okay, and then again I'm painting right under that fold in this leaf, and then I'm switching to my blending brush. And every time I switch to my blending brush, I dip it in my clean water and I dab it on my paper towel because I don't want there to be too much water. And while that's still wet, I'm going to dab in a little bit more paint. And then I'm kind of going along the outer edge, softening up that edge a little bit. And then over here, some of that Payne's Gray is kind of reactivating. That's what I found for the Payne's Gray from Daniel Smith. Sometimes it will reactivate a little bit after it dries and you wet an area with it. Sometimes it will. I hope this painting turns out. I hope it looks okay. And I hope you guys like this tutorial. Okay. I'll paint in the stems more once I worked on the leaves. Hi, Jackie. Jackie says, good morning. Sorry I'm late. Leaves are looking gorgeous. Thank you. Okay, so this leaf here, like right here, this one is underneath this leaf. So I'm gonna add like some green here. And then this one also has a fold. So I'm gonna kind of paint under that fold too. And then I'm going in with my blending brush. And I'm cleaning my blending brush and then adding some more clean water to it. I'm going along the edge of the leaf, the outer edge. And then the outer edge of this leaf too, I kind of want to add like a little shadow here to give it some more depth so it doesn't look so flat. Okay. And then this one has a fold like right here. And then it also has a shadow here because another leaf overlaps it. But I'm gonna go ahead and first paint in this area. Okay. And then I'm gonna paint in where this leaf overlaps. And then I'm switching to my blending brush. So basically the brush that has my paint, I just like apply the paint. I don't really paint with it. And then I basically take my blending brush and just move that paint around and blend. I'm going to go along the outer edge here too. Izzy says the depth in the leaves looks so realistic. Thank you. Shelly says your painting is looking awesome. I'm enjoying this tutorial. I'm trying your amazing blending technique, but I end up picking up the darker paint instead of blending it. Yeah, it just takes practice. Here, hold on, let me show you. So I'm grabbing more of this green. Okay, now I'm going to paint on the, like right underneath where this flap is on this leaf. Okay, and then I'm taking my blending brush, I'm dipping it in my water, dabbing it on my paper towel so I don't pick up too much water. And then I'm not, I'm just kind of blending right outside of that paint. I'm not like touching the whole entire painted area. Like I'm just kind of touching the very edge of that paint that I applied. Like I didn't even touch like this darker area. So maybe that will help. I'm kind of going along the edge here too. Claudia says, I love this. Thank you, Allison. Always been scared of painting or drawing leaves. This is inspiring me. Oh, you're welcome, Claudia. Okay, I'm going to move my camera a little down for you guys. Okay. Okay, so this leaf has a little flap like right here. And then, yeah, I'm switching to my blending brush. Then again, as you can see, I'm just kind of blending that edge of that paint. I'm not like touching the, like, everywhere. I had to clean, I'm cleaning my blending brush. Okay, now I'm going back in. And then I kind of want to make this area look a little better. Okay. I'm going along the edge of the sleeve here, and then over here. really help kind of soften it up against the background. Shelly says, I'm wondering if I'm too timid with adding the darker shading paint. You could just start with like a lighter shade, and then if you feel like you need to add an even darker shade, you can do that after that lighter shade dries. You can go ahead and just do like 2 layers of the darker shade instead of 1 layer like I'm doing. Jackie says, oh, she's talking to Sarah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if we ship the Woodlands pan set, or whatever pan set Sarah was wanting, it would probably cost us the same, like $18 to Ireland. Yeah, this is how I like to paint my leaves. This is basically my whole technique. Sometimes I'll paint like veins in them, but sometimes I don't. I like to keep them simple sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to work on this one now. Joy says the painting is coming together now. Wait, now I want to paint a moody rose for Valentine's Day. Ooh. That'll be pretty. Okay, I'm going to move my camera again a little bit. Okay, we're almost there. I can't believe it's been an hour and a half already. I'm always astonished at how fast the time goes for these tutorials. Okay, one more leaf. Yeah, this one looks like has a flap right there. Shelly says, thank you for the tips. You're right. This takes patience. Yeah, like the background and the blending. Yeah, but blending, it just, yeah, it takes practice and patience. Sarah says, the leaves are looking beautiful, Allison. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to paint in the stems. So I'm going to take this green that I've been working with, just kind of paint in parts of them, and then take my blending brush and just kind of move this paint, this green around. And yeah, it's okay if some of my green goes outside of the stem because I can always touch it up with my Payne's Gray. But yeah, if you don't have a dark background like me, then you might want to be more careful. I'm gonna move my camera up a bit. Okay. All right, and now, yeah, I'm just kind of looking at my leaves, trying to see if there is any other areas I want to paint in. I think I'm going to add a little bit more green on this leaf. And you can also go in and darken some of the shadows even more to really make the leaves pop. And yeah, I think I'm going to add a little bit of green on this side of this leaf here and kind of blend this. And then, okay, I think I might add some more here. Okay. So what do you guys think of this tutorial? Did you like it? Don't forget to use the hashtag AllisonLaneArtTutorial on Instagram to post your finished painting, or you can even just post yourself like painting it, like a work in progress shot. And And yeah, I think I will add some more over here. And I do have more watercolor tutorials. I linked to a playlist in the description of this video to all of the live tutorials. I think we have like over 50 tutorials, maybe. I think so, which is crazy. Okay, actually I do want to add one last bit of green, like right here. All right, cleaning my brushes. Naomi says, it looks great. I love how the leaves emerge from the shadows. Thank you. And you're welcome. Anna says, thank you for the wonderful tips and technique on the leaves for a more realistic definition. You're welcome. Yeah, here's a close-up. And as you can see, I do probably, I probably should go back in the background in some areas. So I will do that, like this area here. Yeah. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me. Okay. Thank you guys. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Sydney. Yeah, so thanks for joining me for this live tutorial. I hope to see you next Friday at 10 a.m. for the next live tutorial. I don't really know what we'll paint yet. And let's see what else. There is a new vlog coming out, a new studio vlog coming out on Tuesday, where I designed some sticker sheets, so that'll be fun. And I might also come out with more beginner watercolor videos for my new Watercolor for Beginner series next week, but I don't know yet if I'll come out with new videos for that. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Oh, thanks, Shelly. Yeah, I probably should leave. Okay. Bye, guys. Appreciate you. Take care. Happy painting, and I can't wait to see your leaves. Bye.